A Teia Encantada. Uma rubrica de Rute Fevereiro. O lado feminino do heavy metal no Caminhos Metálicos. A Teia Encantada.
Olá a todos, meu nome é Rute Fevereiro e bem-vindos a mais uma A Teia Encantada. A minha convidada desta semana é italiana, é bastante conhecida pelo público, exatamente porque ela é a vocalista dos Tristania e também a vocalista dos Ardours. Estou a falar da Mariangela Demurtas. Eu vou conduzir esta entrevista com a Mariangela em inglês e fiquem por aí para ouvir. Hello Mariangela, how are you? Thank you so much for accepting my invitation to feature on my Enchanted web. First of all, let me also congratulate you on your cover Lilac Wine. People listen to Mariangela's cover Lilac Wine, which was released some days ago. Well, my first question has a lot to do with that. How are you in the music? How are your bands? What have you been doing?
Hello Rute, how are you? Hope you're good. Thank you so much for inviting me here. And thank you so much for watching my cover of Lilac Wine on Instagram and on Facebook. I decided to sing full songs for now, some covers because I have plans for my own songs. And I just did it because I enjoyed it myself. I think it's time also to record full songs instead of just short videos, you know how it works on Instagram, and also for the others because I like when people get good vibes, if they do, of course, but it helps to keep people motivated and inspired. And I think lately this is a very important thing. If you have this responsibility as an artist to keep people entertained and happy, I think we all own this to ourselves and to the others. So I'm quite available for this kind of things lately. You know, I also have some more time. Yes, because meanwhile I'm writing new songs for Ardours together with Chris. So we are working on new material. I was also getting ready to go on tour with Tristania in September, but I think it's going to be very difficult that to happen. And we're just not going. So let's see what comes next and where we can rebook these gigs. Also, I keep on writing my own material since ever. I always do something. I always try to get better in writing, in playing everything, and that's how my time goes. Besides that, I'm also a mom, but I think most of the time that I have available is also for teaching. Because I teach many hours during the week, singing, of course, and songwriting and stage techniques and stuff, depending on what you need. But I do this during the whole week, so it's quite heavy to actually have free time. When I have free time, I read. I also play a lot with my kid. During the day, anytime, even if I'm busy, except when I'm teaching. So this is basically what I'm doing now, and also because there's not much choice, we cannot do so many outdoor activities unless it's in the park. So that's it.
Mariangela, I'm sure that it was a really great honor to join Tristania. But was it hard to replace Vivek? I mean, you know that when you go to a band as a vocalist and you have fans from that vocalist, sometimes it's not easy. Was it easy for you? How was it?
Okay. This is a question that I always answered with a lot of honesty from my side. when they ask me like, are you ready to fit in Vibeka's shoes? And I always answer that I walk very well in my own shoes. And this I say not because I'm arrogant, but because me and Vibeka are obviously very different singers, and I knew that Tristania was going to change sound, and they wanted to refresh the sound. So I wasn't really concerned about that. Also, I have my own personality. I didn't want to take place of anyone. I know it's weird because you say, yeah, but you are actually in her place. And I say, well, she had her own time and she did wonderfully in her time. And when it came my time, it was just my time. So no, I'm not afraid, especially when it comes to music. I know my own limits. I know my own abilities, and I know that I always have something to give. So all this situation about what the others think or what the others say, to be honest, doesn't hurt me that much.
I know that you are a vocal tutor. You teach singing classes. What's more important, to have talent or hard work?
This is a nice question. Well, I answer like this. I was born with the talent, but it wasn't perfect. Okay, not that now I'm perfect, but to be honest, the more I studied, the more I understood how my instrument works. I got better and better and better. And nowadays I can do things that maybe I couldn't do 20 years ago. 20, even 10. Anyway, what I can say is I was truly one of the gifted. I remember that, I had this powerful voice since I was a kid. And my voice was really easy to... it was like fitting anywhere. It was just a very strong voice. But in the end, if you want to learn more, you just add more to yourself. It's a discovering. The voice is a universe. There's a lot to learn, a lot to study. So I really put myself into it. And I think I did well, because nowadays I own my voice. It doesn't go around without knowing what I'm doing. I know it very well, and especially physically, it was cost me hard work, preparation. I always ran a lot, and I always did a lot of exercise, and I always checked many different styles of music. I really found it interesting digging into all this fantastic and amazing universe. What I can say is I prefer usually the touch, the timbric in a voice, respect the abilities, because sometimes you can have a voice that sounds like someone else and be able to do whatever, but it always sounds like someone else and it doesn't really tell me much. Instead, I think that we should always keep feelings in our voice and at the same time discover more. It doesn't hurt, it helps. And you can really, really, really put yourself in many different styles and enjoy who you are, because your voice is who you are.
Mariangela, you're a famous singer and you are married to also a famous guitarist, Ricardo from Moonspell. Do you find it difficult to deal with fame? I mean, do people recognize you when you go, on the street? Do people gossip about you? How's it like to deal with fame?
Well, I never considered myself famous, because for me the famous ones are the ones that walk on the street and everybody bothers. I think my fame is just for a very restrict number of people. not small, but well, I don't bother if I go out. Nobody's telling me, "Hi, Mariangela," everywhere. Of course, it happens sometimes that someone recognizes me because maybe they listen to metal or they like the genre, and it's always a good time to just say hello. And actually, I'm fascinated by the devotion of some of the fans. Me and Ricardo are very, very, very easygoing people, and we don't really think about that we are known or famous or something like that. We actually forget about that because we don't think about it. Ricardo also doesn't, he doesn't, he's not the kind of personality that enjoys much of attention. So he does what he does and he does it very well, but at the same time, he doesn't look for attentions. And I also live very well with it. We are there in the music, not for being VIP, but because we really, truly feel that that's what we should do. Playing and singing. That's what we do best.
You were a mom, a while ago. Congratulations on that. A little boy. I'm also a mom. And we have a saying here in Portugal. I'm not sure if the other countries have the same saying, that it's when you become a mother or a father, it's like having your heart outside your chest. Do you feel it like that? What has changed your life because you became a mom?
Well, yes, I'm a proud mom. I love my kid. It's a big thing that happens when you have a kid, because they really become like a part of you. So your heart is out of your chest. I mean, you have two hearts, probably. They connected to each other. And I just love the fact that it's really unconditional love. And seeing someone growing and so trusting. So, it's so cute. I love it. But I must admit that he keeps me quite busy, and it's very hard to take care of him and the music and the teaching and everything at the same time. I do it because I'm fucking suicidal. I'm kidding, but yeah, well, there is people that some people have 2 or 3 kids, so I can't complain. Mine is quite active. But I would never exchange my son for anything else in life. It's the biggest thing. I remember it was easier before to just like focus. You could focus during the day on your look or your expectations or projects or going out, drinking, whatever, do whatever you wanted. And now all this is very, very, very a restrictive thing that you can do. Everything changed for sure. But not. You just do kind of. You take a step and you go forward and you look back and you say, like, I'm a totally different person right now. I still feel like a kid. But now I can really prove that I really prove that life needs you to be strong. Life needs you to be active, and because you will never sleep anymore. So yeah, I wish.
Mariangela, you've been living in Portugal for some years now. Do you find any cultural differences that you might find interesting to mention here? Was it hard for you to adapt to live in Portugal?
Okay, about Portugal. I really love people and the way they open their heart to others. I think it's really, really nice. You come to Portugal and you feel peace, you feel people is always ready to help you. People are always ready to help you. People are always looking after you. Not that you need them to assist you, of course, but it's nice to see that someone worries for you. Because not everywhere like that. Anyway, I remember the first day I went to the gym, people was already talking to me, and I found it like, wow. I even called Ricardo at the phone and I said, Ricardo, people already asked me, how am I doing? Or just trying talking to me. This is amazing. I missed it a lot. And he said like, well, you're in Portugal. To me, it sounds totally normal. And I said, wow, right. This is amazing. I mean, you come from abroad and you feel home very, very quickly. Without mentioning that I have friends here in Portugal, they are really amazing people. I feel very lucky. What I miss a bit is freedom in terms like physical freedom, because I think you have a lot of high buildings and stuff that there's not much room for people where to walk. So like everywhere, it's a lot of traffic, and but yeah, it's a big city. I live in Lisbon, so it's normal. And before that, I lived in Norway and in Italy, where I had actually a lot of space where I lived. So that's been a bit hard. But for the rest, nothing to say. It's actually a wonderful country, beautiful and welcoming. Congratulations.
Thank you for answering my interview. I really appreciate that. Do you have any plans for the future, taking in account what's going on in the world with the COVID virus? And any last words for your fans? Because you do have a lot of fans, so do you have any last words for them?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me and for this interview. I really want to start new live activity as soon as possible, but I have to wait that this virus goes away. So, of course, my fans or the fans of my band are really, really, really welcome and to join any activity. And if it wasn't for you, our music wouldn't be out. So, I mean, you guys contribute with your feelings, with your passion, and we just feel very grateful for it. Regarding projects, I am working on a project. I will tell about it very soon. I'm just preparing everything so that you can actually have the opportunity to follow me much deeper into my activity, even though if it's not live, but it's kind of. But I will let you know. So if you stay connected on my Instagram channel and Facebook, you will know very soon. For now, just thank you so much. Thank you, Rute. It's been a pleasure again, and I wish to see you soon. Bye.
Muito obrigada por ter assistido a mais uma Teia Encantada. Muita atenção, porque a Teia Encantada agora vai passar a constar no programa SOS da Antena Minho de Rádio Praga, quintas-feiras para sextas-feiras, 1h15. Portanto, se não puderem acompanhar aqui a versão vídeo, acompanhem na versão rádio. E o melhor será acompanhar nos dois lados. Portanto, muito obrigada. A próxima convidada é uma figura também muito carismática no metal nacional e eu vou ter mesmo muito prazer em entrevistá-la. Beijinhos a todos.
A Teia Encantada, uma rubrica de Rute Fevereiro, o lado feminino do heavy metal no caminhos metálicos. A Teia Encantada.